Now I'm live now. Awesome. So anxiety. So we're talking about anxiety. So welcome everyone again. This is a part two now for those on Instagram, Facebook who've been on. You've been very patient with me and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. We've been talking about anxiety. What is anxiety? And I had a lovely definition. Thank you. I see Ejiro, you're back. My guest is back now, so I'm just going to quickly invite her to join me so that we can have us this conversation. For coming back. Did you get my request? Yes. Hallelujah.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Your voice maybe a little bit more, a little bit of volume, but I can hear you.
Is it
So that everyone
better?
can hear you as well.
Is it better now?
Yeah, a little bit more. Okay. I think it's me. I think you're good. Yeah. There's volume now. Hi, Pusho. You're good. Hi, I'm Jerry Meola. Thank you everyone for coming. Facebook, Instagram. Thank you everyone. Thank you Zico112. Thank you for joining me, waving to everyone. So I have the amazing Lady EJ here.
Hello.
Yeah.
You think you've perfected this thing of trying to adjust and it doesn't just happen.
Don't worry, it's fine. I had to do a part two to this, so don't worry. Technology always has its moment, but you're here, and that's the key thing. So let's just go with it.
Yeah, that's
Let's just
fine.
go with it. It's fine. It's pulling at my end here, but I know you can hear me, so that's fine. We'll just go with it because of
Okay,
time.
that's
So
sure.
tell me.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Good. I'm happy you can hear me. So let's just go with hello, hello. I see WEiN people in the house saying hello. I'm waving. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming to support us. We're talking about anxiety. So I want to put it to you, Lady EJ. Tell me, what is anxiety? What do you think anxiety is? If you were going to give it a definition and an explanation, what would you say anxiety is?
Well, I believe it's a feeling of unease. That can it brings it comes about like worry or fear, and
Mm-hmm.
that can be either mild or severe. So it depends on what it is that's going on in your life at that point. And the amazing
Yeah,
might not even really know. So I would say anxiety is a feeling of unease, which brings
mm,
about fear and worry and just and it can really be mild or severe. That's
true,
that's what I
true, true. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you in terms of your the explanation for anxiety. I was doing a Google search yesterday about what anxiety was, and it talked about fear, it talked about uneasiness, which you just said right
right.
now. Just normal Google, I just wrote anxiety there to see what it would bring up in terms of if someone said they were anxious, what does it mean? Hi, Bukumi. Good evening. Thank you for joining us on Instagram. I see you. Hi, Fran. Thank you for coming back. I had a bit of technical things, but I appreciate all of you. Hi, hijack a brain. Okay, hijack a brain. Please don't hijack mine. Thank you for joining us. Good evening, everyone. We're talking about anxiety. It's Mental Health Awareness Week, and the theme for this week is anxiety. The color is green, like I shared earlier on. So I've just had my guest with me, who is Lady EJ. She is the founding president. She's the founder of Women Evolving Inspiring Nation, WEiN. That's what we like to call it, WEiN. And so she's my guest today, and we're just talking about anxiety. There is no right or wrong here. It's just a conversation. What I like about mental health awareness is that I don't have to be an expert, but I can talk about it. I can share what has happened to me. I can talk about it, my experiences. And that is what I want us to have here today, a conversation to start this conversation, because I believe that a lot of people don't know that they're anxious, that they are suffering from anxiety, and they just think it's something else. If we can dig down to the root cause, I'm hoping that that will help you resolve some uneasiness and unrest and worry that you are going through right now. Lady EJ, have you ever experienced anxiety?
Oh, yes, I have. I definitely have.
Let's look at the fresh.
I
So how did you know that you were anxious or that it was anxiety? Because it could have been anything else.
No, it was very different.
Mm,
It was
mm,
different in the sense that this time around I had all sorts of sensations. So from the pit of my stomach to my back, a
mm,
lot of pressure on my neck, to my back.
Mm.
My heartbeat was faster. I think there was a certain time I was saying that, why is my heart beating so fast? Like it was like my heart was like my chest was gonna, my heart was gonna go on my chest, or there was just this very uneasy feeling, and
Mm.
felt very weak. I felt like I was out of breath.
Mm.
I felt um like, you know, just that feeling that things were not okay,
Yeah.
and very, very restless, very unsettled, very
Mm.
uneasy. And I constantly, my thinking process was on an overdrive,
Mm.
thinking a lot. And
Yes.
I, so it's overthinking, it's called overthinking, but it was very,
Yeah.
very constant. It was a lot of worry. I was worried about something I wasn't sure about. Yeah.
Yes.
So there's
So.
about sort of like a premeditation. Like
Mm.
you just feel like something
Mm.
there, but you cannot put your finger on it. You cannot
Yeah.
finger in it. You're thinking, what is it? Why am I
Yeah.
feeling like this? Why do I feel
That's right.
easy? Why does it look like I'm thinking so much? And
Mm.
but you can't really put a finger in it.
Yes.
You might know that something is amiss, but you can't
Yeah.
really put your finger in it. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I get you and I understand exactly what you're saying. Indeed. Hi, I see a lot of people joining us. I just want to say hello to everyone. I see you, Canada Brace. Thank you for joining us. Adetola Tams, thank you. Ayo. Olunloyo Day, thank you for joining us. Good evening to everyone. My name is Toks. I have here my guest with me. Her name is Ejiro, and we have just been talking about anxiety. It's Mental Health Awareness Week, and the theme is anxiety, and the color is green, and we're just having us a conversation about anxiety. I believe that as women, yeah, I can see you better now also. It appeared frozen for a bit of time, but now I see you, so I'm grateful for that. Yes. Um, so that's what we've been talking about. There was a very, very good definition of anxiety that was given in the comment section in the first part. So if you go and watch the first part, you see that, where she talked about being a feeling of uncontrollable worry. And I said I liked it because it had power words in there that meant something. So you shared about the symptoms. You talked about explaining anxiety and also how it expressed itself, because you talked about
Yeah.
heart
Yeah.
palpitation. You talked about the feeling of, it feels like your chest is tight and you can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So for me, when I worry, that doesn't happen to me, which is interesting because I believe it appears to everyone differently. For me, it's more of headache. My head begins to hurt. It feels like it's breathing. For as many people who knows whitlow, I don't know what other name to call it. It's kind of like a pain on the finger, whereby you remove your cortical and then it swells
And it
up, and then if you've experienced that pain,
have abscess in it, isn't it? That you need to drain out this little.
yes, that's the one. Yes. If the hand suddenly feels like it's breathing, if you've experienced it before, that is how it feels like for my head. It feels like it's expanding and contracting, expanding and contracting. And then all my nerves there, you will see all my veins, everything, all out. I have to put towel and just put on top of my forehead. And for sometimes I dip my head in water. If I have my head on, I have to pull it out just to cool my head. It's mostly my head. And then I feel like a heaviness in my body. I don't know if you feel body pain, but I feel my body's paining me and I have no condition. So that's how it has expressed itself for me over the years. And I've been very conscious to notice that every time I begin to worry, and that's the word to use because everyone will relate to
Yes.
worry. Unease, maybe not, but worry, every mother has a certain level of worry
Oh,
that she
tell me about it.
that she takes in per
Yes.
day. If it's not the husband, then it's the child. And if it's not the child, then it's the 9 to 5 or your business,
Yeah.
or church. There is always something. That's what I'm trying to say. But this is where I'm going with this conversation. I believe that there's a certain level of anxiety that we need You know how they say stress, you need a little bit of it because you can't just be going around like everything is, there's nothing stretching you, pulling you. I believe that with anxiety as well, that we need a little bit of that. And I'll explain that by talking about going for an interview. I don't know if it's happened to you, but every time I have to go to an interview, no matter how confident I am, and I know I am confident because I know myself, I know what I'm doing, I know my craft. I feel a certain level of butterfly in my stomach. My hand sometimes will begin to shake, you know, and I begin to be like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Even I can't hold the pen anymore. My hands are going like that. I don't know if it's happened to you, but that is a certain level of anxiety that is healthy in preparation for something that is going to come, a good thing in front of you. When it becomes more than that, that's when you hear panic attack. Then it progresses. It kind of like grows if it's not managed and it's not managed. What do you have to say to that, Lady
Yes,
Ejiro?
like you were right now we're talking about good anxiety and bad anxiety, but I know that maybe it's not relatable in that way because some people, you might be comfortable going for an interview and you know that's kind of good anxiety, so you kind of, you know, you're prepared, but there's still that nervousness, you're anxious, you know, because you're not, it's out of you're not sure what to expect. You're known, are they going to receive me? Am I going to pull this off? Am I going to answer my questions properly? You just have a lot of things going in your head. I hope I'm not going to blow this out. You just have so much going through you. And that level of anxiety is, yes, that's a different one, but it still makes you really restless, very uneasy, and you just want the day or that time or whatever is happening to come to an end.
That's true.
You know, because you just and when that happens, there's a feeling of relief, like, okay. I think why that is because at the end of the day, what you were expecting is not how it might have turned out. Maybe it's not as bad as you thought it was to be, or maybe you've done all your preparations and then you were not very pleased with yourself. But whatever it is, whether the outcome is bad or good, there is a sense of relief at the end of the day when you have found out and you have done what it is you wanted to do, or when you found out that, you know what, all those things I was thinking about, all the times I was awake worrying, it wasn't really as bad. It wasn't really bad. It's not as bad as we think it. So that's why I think, for me, I believe that anxiety is something that can be controlled. It can be controlled until it gets into the very severe, you know, aspect of it. If it's mild, it can be controlled. So the interviews, the worry about the children, probably going to school, or you're trying to start a new business, all that anxiety is probably things that come with us on a daily, day-to-day basis. And I would say not that will be the mild, it's not as serious. But whatever it is, at the end of the day, trust me, when you have achieved or you've done what it is you want to do, you find that you just have that relief. Then if it's here, that's when we now have to talk to the psychologist and the psychiatrist when I need clinical intervention in it, because now it's gone way, you know, beyond what it's supposed to be. But the other things that we feel is something that we can control. And I believe the solution are thinking about what's my thought process? What am I worrying about?
Exactly.
My mind. Do I need to talk about it? Do I need to express myself? Do I need to call this out? And it comes in different aspects. It comes in our family life, in our relationships, in our work life, career, you know, business. Those things, things that come as normal things that happen to us every day.
That's correct.
But now you are in control to some certain extent how it's going to manifest itself in your life. You're gonna let it down. You're gonna let it go from mild to severe, or you manage it for it to be in the mild, which is it's every day. You worry about these things. You're going to work tomorrow. How you're going to pack your bags? How you're gonna arrange your stuff for the work the next day? You're worrying. Okay, should I pack this first? And then your baby's crying, or should I attend to the baby first? Or your husband needs attention. Should I do that? You're just thinking about a lot of things, and those are the things that anxiety. But what I want to take away tonight is you have control over it. You have to understand what you're anxious about. What is a trait? What's your thought process, and how are you going to handle it? What are you going to do to reduce it? What are you going to do to avoid it? Would you stop thinking? Do you need to relax? Do you need to, the different relaxation techniques? Do you want to listen to music? Do you want to watch a movie? Do you want to eat something like me, who's a foodie? I like to eat, so. But no, well, the truth is that when I'm very worried, I don't eat, and that's the last. Food is the last of mine. But just trying to make it light, so there are different techniques that can help you mitigate that. What is causing you to be anxious? What you want. So music, exercise, meditation, reading, food, going for a walk, anything. There are things that can help you really cut it down so that it doesn't go from mild to severe.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. For the benefit of everyone who is just joining us, good evening, and thank you so much for being here. My name is Toks, and I have Lady Ejiro in the house here with me, and we've been talking about anxiety. It's Mental Health Awareness Week, Monday to Sunday, and we want to talk about anxiety, and that is what we're doing right now. Anxiety is like I said, the definition from Google, just browsing the internet, is a feeling of unease, such as worry or fear. And it can be mild or severe, which is what we've been discussing right now. Everyone has a feeling of anxiety. Everyone. I refuse to believe there's anyone who doesn't have a bit of anxiety, because anxiety presents itself in different ways. Hello, Victoria. Good evening. It presents itself in different, so you might be feeling worried or anxious, about sitting for an exam. It could be maybe a medical test, for example. I remember when I had to do cervical smear test, and then they told me I had to go for treatment and a bit of a procedure. I was anxious. I was like, oh my gosh, is it cancer? Is it not cancer? Is it treatable? What is going to happen to me? Would I still have children? So all that, or a job interview, which is the example I gave from the very beginning. During this time, feeling anxious is absolutely normal. In fact, if you are not feeling a certain level of anxiety, a lot of people will look at you. Hello. Hello, Victoria says hello. Some people will look at you and think, are you okay? Some people might be concerned that you are showing nothing. You are not expressing anything out. And so anxiety can be good and bad. Well, I don't want to say good and bad, but it can be mild and it can be severe. But a certain level of anxiety, I believe, is what keeps us going in our day-to-day living and life. And handling it is very, very key, because anxiety can be a main symptom for many things. For example, I talked about panic disorder. It could be like phobias as well, post-traumatic stress, a stress disorder of any kind, or even society anxiety disorder as well. Hello, Korede. Thank you for joining us. We are talking about anxiety. And anxiety, let's put it this way. When is it time for me to say, okay, I need help? When is it time? How do you know it's moved from mild to severe? I don't know for you, Lady Ejiro, did you get to the point whereby you felt like, okay, I'm in control, I know what I'm doing? Or did you have to go for treatment or speak to someone?
No, I'm a natural warrior, so I worry about everything, almost basically everything. So because I'm a perfectionist, I want to do things properly. I'm organized, very strategic. So I want to dot all the I's, cross all the T's. So I do a lot of multitasking. Multitasking alone is enough for you to feel that's stress. Then which is a little bit different from being anxious, anxiety, because now anxiety is taking it a little step forward. Now, how going into the severe, how you know when it becomes persistent. So, it's persistent. It does not stop. You're continuously in that state of mind.
Yeah.
Continuously
Mm.
you're continuously feeling low. You're continuously having
Mm.
the heartbeat, the palpitation. You're continuously out of
Mm.
breath. Continuously
Mm.
that thing at the pit of your stomach that something is not right,
Mm.
and then
Yeah.
don't want to do anything. Now you
Yeah.
move from this person who is organized, wants to take, wants to be on the go, to
Yeah.
now shut down. You want to coil up. You want to stay indoors. You
Mm.
don't want to talk to
Mm.
anybody. You don't want to share. You don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't even want to try the techniques
Mm.
help you to see how you can reduce your stresses, how you
Yeah.
can curb it, how you can go from being anxious now to being the normal worry. When it's
Yeah.
persistent, when it
Yes.
lingers on, when it
Yes.
stops,
Yeah.
now you need help.
Yeah.
Crying is
Mm.
also part of when you're very anxious. So you're crying a lot of times. You're crying
Mm.
so much all the time. When you
Yeah.
cry continuously, now you're gonna know. Okay, give yourself this time. Now, how long am I gonna be doing this for?
Mm.
Couple of weeks,
Mm.
month.
Yeah.
When it exceeds a certain time, becomes too long, and it's already telling on your day-to-day life.
That's
You
right.
don't want to talk. Your head is full. You just can
Mm.
lose concentration as well. All
Yes.
things you do. Now
Yeah.
it's there. At that time now, you have to seek professional help. That's what
Awesome.
the
Awesome.
clinical part has to come in, and the other you're talking to your psychiatrist or your psychologist or
Mm.
your therapist or your counselor, or just people can who can help you sort of just say, I think you need to do this now, because
Yes.
something
Yes.
you can do by yourself. So you now need professional help.
Awesome. Love it. I totally agree with every explanation that you give it. I just want to give a big shout out to the real bee. She says, "Hi, gorgeous Queen of E." That's Queen of Emoji. In case of you guys are wondering what is it, indeed it's been a while. It's so good to see you, and thank you everyone. I see you all joining in. Thank you so much. I see EJ Veggies. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are grateful. We don't take it for granted. I also wanted to add to what you said, and I think you started to say it towards the end. The moment you know that I need to get help is when it's affecting your day-to-day
Absolutely.
living, when your life is not going the way it's supposed to go. We are all creatures of routine or habits, in terms of, you wake up in the morning, you brush, you have your bath, you pray, you meditate, however it is your structure is. You wake the children, bathe them, prepare their food, take them to school, and then you go to the office. Once all of that is not happening anymore, for whatever reason, and that could be headache, that could be crying, that could be,
Yeah.
heart palpitation, whatever it is that is causing you distress.
There's this, and
It feels like,
there's this
sorry?
there's this sadness and gloom. You're not just your
Yeah.
cherry self, happy bubbly self.
Yes.
You just know that something is definitely wrong. Something is there.
Yeah. So that is the time to go and seek help. And help is different for everyone in terms. Sometimes it could just be a friend. It could be your mom. It could be a friend you speak to, and then you feel calm already, and then you're back to normal. Sometimes you would have to physically go and see a doctor or a specialist in that field, in that area, that would help you and take you right out of where you are already sinking into it. Because what is happening is that it's like falling into a well, and you're going deeper and deeper and deeper. So someone needs to pull you
And
out and bring you out, and they are skilled in doing that.
And something as well, right now I don't know if everybody's aware, but there's something called a talking therapist right now that's available, but from the NHS.
Okay.
And you can actually get those resources. You can actually tap into it. It's available. So sometimes people don't want to talk to maybe people they're familiar with for
Yes.
to them, but it's important that you speak to someone. You feel better. If you can talk to someone, you're going to definitely feel better. And if you don't want to talk to somebody who you're familiar with or who then just, call your GP surgery and find out where you can get help from there, because a service is available called a talking therapist. And I think everybody's kind of you don't know, now
Yeah.
you'll just tap into it.
Awesome. Please make use of that service. I haven't used it, but it's available if you're here in the UK. Hello, everyone. I see you joining. Thank you, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. We're talking about anxiety because it's Mental Health Awareness Week. And I believe as women, as moms, that we need to take better care of ourselves and stop digging a hole. You know, it's time
Yes.
to speak out. It's time to,
Stop
you
and
know,
speak out.
yeah, take the weight off your shoulders because you don't really have to carry it all alone. So psychological symptoms of anxiety. We've been talking about it. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you so much, everyone. Steffi, mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you. She says, hello, beautiful queens. We appreciate. Psychological symptoms involve things like restlessness, a sense of dread, feeling constantly on the edge, like you're always like that. You're always like that. You can't. You're like everything. Every sound is like feeling like someone is coming to get you. you know, you have difficulty concentrating, and you are very, very irritable. Anything you are shouting, you are attacking everyone. You are, allow me to use, you are barking like a dog. There's nothing that seems to be okay all around you. Those are psychological symptoms that you need help with. And for example, you might even begin to withdraw from social contact. You don't want to, like Lady Ejiro has said, you want to be by yourself. Those are psychological symptoms. And some physical symptoms, which we've already shared, which is very, very obvious. It includes things like dizziness, tiredness, heart palpitation that we've shared already, muscle aches and tension. I share that. I said that is what I typically have. The moment I feel like my body is beginning to ache me, I'm like, Toks, it's time to rest. I just zone out. I stop everything I'm doing and I just start watching movies, for example, because I'm a movie freak, guys.
When you know you need to rest. That's discipline. So
Yeah.
people just go on.
Yeah.
I need someone to stop me, literally.
Mm.
If you want me to a distressor for me and things that would keep me from feeling anxious,
yes,
it's because I do things that are busy. I wear my cap. I'm always, because I handle people. I'm always talking to people.
Yes. Yes.
I need, the best you can do is just, just take me away to a quiet place and just shut it. I love quiet, peace and quiet. That's why wherever I go, the best part is coming home, because home, honestly, home is.
Yes. There's no place like home, they say.
I love going into my home and getting to my bedroom because it's peace. My children are peaceful. It's peace and quiet. And I love it. My environment is very peaceful as well, and it's filled with, like, it's all nature around, which is beautiful. So sometimes we might need a kick to say, you know what, you have to do this. Move you from here.
Absolutely.
Okay, now Toks, it's time for you we need to go see a movie. You need to calm down. You need to drink some water. Just whatever it is. Have people like that close to you, you're blessed. But if you can do it yourself, great. I sometimes don't know how to do it for myself.
How to do. And that's why we're all different.
Yeah, I need a push to say stop, because I'm always like, oh, I haven't written this thing. I need to create content. Oh, I need to call this person. Oh, I need to send this message. I need to talk to the children. Oh, I need to. Just stop.
Yes. True.
Oh.
True. I have a question here I don't want to ignore, so I just want to acknowledge I've seen the question, and the question is from the real Bim. She says, is rest or therapy the only resolution to dealing with anxiety? I will come back to that because we're going to go towards it. In the next 10 minutes, we'll be rounding off, and that will be part of the things we will talk about in terms of what we've experienced personally. Like I said, we are not claiming to be experts in this field. We are moms sharing what it means to us, because that's what mental health awareness week is all about. It's for us having a conversation. If you genuinely feel that it's affecting your day to day, and I need to say that again, we are not experts. We are just moms who are passionate about women, about moms living their best life and enjoying every day. That's really what we're doing here. And so if you're suffering from anxiety, we said the key thing for you to know that I need help right now. What will let you know is when you cannot function on your day to day. You cannot function. You are distressed. Your daily life is being affected. Please get help. So we'll answer that real Bims in a minute. I just want to finish quickly reading what I was reading here. because I have my notes in front of me here. You know I like notes. I'm talking about physical symptoms of anxiety. So dizziness, tiredness, heart palpitations, muscle aches and tension, trembling or shaking. That happens at interviews sometimes. Dry mouth. All of a sudden it feels like your throat is dry. Excessive sweating, shortness of breath, stomach ache, feeling sick, headache, pins and needles, and insomnia. Yes, those are examples. And all these I'm reading, guys, this is from the NHS. In case you want to go to NHS, just go NHS and write anxiety. That is where I'm getting all this. So like I said, I am not a professional. I'm not an expert. I'm just gleaning from information and sharing based on my experience. We've shared our experience, and I just thought to get a resource as well to back up what we are saying. And interestingly, without looking at the resource, it's matching, word for word in terms of what myself and Lady Ejiro has shared already. So I'm very excited for that. So let's talk about triggers now. We have 10 minutes, Lady EJ. We've been having us an amazing time. Can I tell you that we're spending almost 1 hour now?
Oh, we said we're going to spend 15 minutes.
I know. This is what I say. It's an interesting topic. So anxiety triggers. If you're anxious as a result of phobia, or panic attack, usually, if you're in an enclosed space, you might be anxious. So it's actions, things that we do that are triggers that we need to watch out for. Every time you feel your heart beating, ask yourself, what have I just done? What was the before activity? Those are things you need to ask yourself, what have I just done, or what has happened before? Because if you can tell yourself that it's fine, it is okay, and you can't talk to yourself. I do that a lot. You can't tell yourself, it is fine, it's okay, I can handle this. I am confident, I am bold, I'm strong. So you're asking about what other things can you use? Affirmations. Affirmations, knowing that you are confident in what you're doing. Number 2 I will share is doing, I'm trying to think of the word to use, a SWOT analysis. For as many who don't know what SWOT analysis is, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Do that for yourself, whereby you'll be able to identify your strength in terms of what you're good at, your weakness, what you are not so good at that you can delegate or ask someone else to do it. You can pay someone to do it. For example, some people are not good at cleaning. Pay someone to clean the house. Why must you come into your house and be like, oh my gosh, screaming and shouting all over the house like the Lion of the tribe of Judah, like I like to say. Your children are scared because, oh my gosh, the house is a mess and mom is coming or dad is coming, right? They hear the sound of the car and everybody's running to the left, to the right. Just get someone to clean the house. Simple. You don't have to do it. Who says you have to do it? Even cooking, who says you have to cook? That's my opinion anyway. You don't have to agree to it. I'm just sharing my thoughts. So basically, I'm saying watch what has happened or what is happening so that you can know what is triggering your anxiety. It could be a child saying something to you that hurts you, and all of a sudden you've gone into deep thinking, deep worrying about, oh, my child loves me, he loves me not, he loves me, or he's not this, whatever. I'm making examples, like I say. But watch what has been happening so that you'll be able to catch yourself and pull yourself back. Yeah. Pull yourself back from it. Do you want to add anything to it, Lady Ejiro?
You've talked about like maybe daily mild cases, mild triggers. I'll just go a bit extra more. We can talk about like, more intense triggers, and those might come from traumatic experiences, maybe from your childhood, maybe from relationships, maybe difficult experiences, maybe at your job, maybe being bullied. School, probably your boss is difficult and you feel it at work. People go through different experiences that trigger you being anxious. So it's just to be, whatever it is, whether it's mild or severe, to identify it. What is it? What is causing it? Sometimes it might be a loss of something, loss of a relationship, loss of a loved one, loss of a business, some opportunity, loss of money, finances, anything that bothers you might be some sort of trigger that will put you into an anxious zone. So it's very important that you identify what that trigger is and see how it can be mitigated. How do you mitigate it? What do you do to help you stop it? What do you do to get you out of there, out of what trigger is? And then also important is to move yourself away from what the trigger is. When you identify what the trigger is, you need to step away from that place. It might be somebody you see in your whole being, just you need to move away. It might be
Yes.
an object. That reminds you of
Yes.
something that happened to you.
Yes, 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 yes.
You know,
In fact, I did that today. And I said that what you just said now, I did it today. I was just scrolling through Facebook. I just saw something. I just unfriended and unfollowed straight away. I'm like, no, not in my space, not on my timeline. I'm in control. It's my page.
age, so I know that it can be difficult for us to get a grip of the situation at that particular time. Maybe you don't have the willpower, the strength, you're just tired and exhausted. Another thing is exhausted.
Yeah.
You're so tired. You're normally, boisterous on the go, but then you just get tired. You just don't want to do it anymore. So
Yeah.
those things, if you don't have the willpower, the strength, to be able to,
Yes.
I need to move myself away from what is causing that trigger. It is important you speak to someone close to you. You have somebody you can talk to and say, you know what, I'm very tired right now. I'm feeling exhausted. I just don't know what to do. And you know what, I really don't want to. And you know what, it's okay. Every emotion is valid. Trust me. Nobody's like, oh, snap out of it. You shouldn't do this. No. No, I think you have somebody around you who is going to just empathize with you. Empathy is very, I thought we are going to talk about the different, what we can do when people are anxious. Let me just touch.
That's how we're going to end it.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to end it on. So you can go in there now with what you're saying. Let's go in there gradually. Let's do that, please. Yeah.
Is such, is a huge personality. It's something, when you have it, is such a gift. You can empathize with someone. They don't need you to say too much. They just need you to understand. I understand. I know. You have to show. You understand. You'll be okay. Share some encouraging.
Can I interrupt you there just for a minute and say sometimes I don't really have to understand. I can just be there. And I say that because I have a friend who lost a baby, miscarriage twice. And she keeps consistently tells me that I was a strength for her there. And I say, how? I said, because I didn't say anything. She said, yes, the fact that you were just there and you were with me. You didn't say anything. You didn't say, how are you? You were just there. I knew that I had someone there. It gave me confidence to come out. So I just wanted to add that to what you said now. Please go ahead.
Why I even use the word understand is because I had one of my young girls who just relapsed from her, and she just went back again. And it was like starting from square one, because she was already doing well. She's already getting out, planning on going to college, doing things she wanted to do, and then she just was there was a trigger somewhere, and we're still trying to think what must have triggered it, and down back to the whole, wanting to self-harm, crying, consistent crying. That is a lot. Consistent crying, I don't know what that does, because I cry a lot, hands on. I cry. That's how, when I'm frustrated,
I cry as well, so don't worry, you're not alone.
I don't know what to do, and I feel I'm not being heard, or my solution is sense. I just cry. I don't know. Oh my God.
Okay, I cry for different things then. I cry when I'm watching a movie. That cry I'm talking about.
All of it. Any cry is cry for me. Just shedding a tear somewhere.
Yes.
That lady, she's definitely gonna have a tear somewhere at the eyes. That's so. Empathy is very important.
Yes.
Encouragement is very important. You have to encourage. Just be there. Just be there. Just say, you know what, everything will be okay. And then having a positive attitude is important. Well, that's for you, who's going to be helping that person who is feeling anxious at that time. So you have them just just know that, you know what, it's going to be fine. You're not going to be like this forever. Things are going to be, things will look up for you. Lines will fall onto you in pleasant places.
Absolutely,
so
indeed.
These things, I'm also speaking to myself, because we all have situations in our life at some point that is really going to just shake you.
Yes, absolutely.
So anxious is going to make you have all the symptoms of anxiety. Is going to make you doubt your self-worth, who you are, what you believe, your core values. There are lots of things. You start questioning yourself. What am I? What is it? And you start beating yourself down. Why am I feeling this way? No, don't do that. It's okay. Let the emotions take its toll. Go through the emotions.
Yeah.
Heal, grieve, heal, and then come out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying that. I just wanted to read some comments in the chat. So the real Beam says you are doing well, ladies. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for the feedback. We appreciate it. I also have here from Sinead Shines Light. She
Oh,
says we have to feel before we can heal. And I think that's what you just said right now.
absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
And Sinead, you have to grieve before you can heal. You have to feel before you can heal. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. That's what she said. So we're talking about how you can come out from anxiety, how you can help yourself or help a friend around you. And that's what we've been talking about. I have a few things I've written down here. So depending on how severe your the anxiety is, medication might be given to you by your GP or by whoever you're seeing. So you might get on antidepressant, for example, for a short period of time, just to calm your nerves and your body. It's up to you if you want to go down that route, but that is an option. I'm answering your question, Real Beams here. We're talking about how to handle anxiety. So medication is available. There's meditation as well. And in terms of meditation now, it's a state whereby you're calm, cool, and you are intentional about what you're listening, what is around you. You could do exercise like yoga. You could do affirmations. Play meditation music in the background, and it tells you close your eyes, be calm, and and it's saying all of these soothing things. YouTube is a good place for that, which I have recently started doing right now on my way to the office now, because I just feel that I need to be calm early in the morning. Yes, and so there's therapy as well.
Therapy.
Sorry, Lady EJ, you said what?
I was just trying to borrow what you said, because I do a 10-minute meditation every day.
Yes.
It's just a
good.
It's not a new routine for my personal growth and development. There's a lot of things. Just keep improving on.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I'm be honest, sometimes situations, something will happen that will push you to do something as well.
Yes.
Whatever it is, try and just look for the positives and add it to what it is you already know. So I do a 10-minute meditation every day. It just keeps me just really calm.
Yeah, I started doing that this week. Yes, over the weekend I found one that I really liked. So yes, I've just started doing that intentionally now, not random. You know how we just do it anyhow. Now I'm doing. Yes, I thought I'll help myself to live long and healthy. So meditation, therapy. I'm just looking at my notes while in case you're wondering where I'm looking now. And relaxation. So we've talked about relaxation. Basically, it's relax. Literally, what it means, tune out from everywhere. But what I need to say about relaxation is that make sure that when you're relaxing, you're not still thinking, because you could be on holiday and still be worrying about your child, whether they've cleaned the house or they've cleaned the kitchen or they've done their homework. That's not what we're talking about. If you're relaxing, you need to relax. That means your mind needs to relax. I need to say it because I've been there.
Yes.
I've been there. I'm a mom. I have 3.
I have as well. You're supposed to be having some me time.
Yes.
This phone. This phone is one tool. We know it's great, but I want to get to a stage, a time where you can just literally throw the phone away.
Yes.
Away. And just focus on the moment. Enjoy. Take it all.
Yeah.
Throw your phone away. Shut down distractions.
Yeah. Learn to relax. Basically, is what we are saying. Learn to relax. It might not be easy for you. You might not be able to keep still. Trust me, I know the feeling. I'm one of those people that don't know how to keep still. Now I love to keep still. I love to keep still. It's unbelievable. So please learn to relax.
Yeah, we're learning everything.
Avoid caffeine as well. Because it's kind of like what's the word? It makes you hyper. Is that what you use? It boosts you up and kind of like a kick. Avoid it.
I'm gonna share something real quick. Do you know that even for those of you who have children, parents, we have the winding down period. You agree, right? Every child, if you're a parent, you know that there's a time you start winding down. When my kids were growing up, by 7 p.m.,
Yes.
Everything was shut. So they now understood that
Mm.
lights go off, TV goes off, they've had dinner, they've had a bath, TV goes off. So we do the bedtime, a program, and everybody leaves from downstairs and we're going upstairs.
Yeah.
Going up was associated with calm and sleep time and stories and music, right? Soothing music, falling asleep.
Yeah.
It became a routine. Now, so that
Mm.
as adults, we also need to imbibe that routine.
Yes.
It looks like how, but we can do it. I was
Yes.
talking about how couples can wind down to sleep. So, okay, it's not only now, we're not just talking about couples now alone. So whether you're
Yes.
single by yourself
Yes.
or
Yes.
house, or you are with
Yes.
whatever it is, you can learn the winding down technique, which means
Yes.
you now know that 8 o'clock or whatever time you want to, you've already set aside. You're going to lie,
Yes.
you're going to wind down. You start to, reduce the light on your laptop.
Mm-hmm.
You start shutting down gradually
Yes.
and go into
Yes.
sleep.
Absolutely.
You don't do loud.
Yes.
You don't do. I'm just saying, because I think it will really help that
No.
way for us to also imbibe down
Absolutely.
routine. That way,
Yes.
you have a partner, you can now start discussing how your day was, what
Mm.
happened. You have time to now focus on each other.
Yes.
If
Yes.
yourself, you now start relaxing and maybe do your meditation, then and start taking stock of how your day was, and then down slowly before you go to sleep. I think it's a technique that works. Try it out. Let our people try it out and see. We can have
Yeah.
and see how we go.
Thank you so much for sharing that. So we have just 5 minutes to close out now the day. I just want to read Steph's comment, which I believe you've just answered that question. She said, what technique would you suggest to aid relaxation? You've just given us a few examples. I'm going to add mine now. So in terms of relaxation, just following in the suit of Lady EJ, typically, if you want to have a bath, have a bath. If you want to change your clothes, the act of removing what you're wearing and wearing something else, it tells your mind and your brain that, oh, we are going into another phase, we are going into another zone. So change your clothes, take care of your body when you're bathing, and you enjoy the process of what you're doing to wind down, whatever it is. Like Lady EJ said, reduce the light, reduce the volume of the TV. It does something to your mind. It's just like a baby when they say putting the baby to bed. What are the things we do for baby to put them to bed? Just think of it in that routine. Keep it simple. Don't go too far. Don't make it complicated. Keep it as simple as that. And for some people, it's exercise. They go and exercise and they come back, they have a shower and they sleep. It's different for everyone. But find yours. Find what works for you. Music might be for you. It might be music. And it might be a book, a light reading for 10 minutes, and you're like, oh, and that's it. It could be that. You never know until you try. Some people, they play the Bible and they sleep off. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying that there are so many.
Bible, right?
Yes.
Bible.
So it's different for everyone. So I hope that has helped you, Steph, in terms of what aids relaxation. It could be meditation as well, like we said, playing the music in the background as well. Mag for Jesus says stimulant, and I believe you were answering or helping me when I was talking about caffeine, what it does. Yes, exactly, that's what it is, a stimulant. So at night, don't have coffee. Stay away from it if you want to sleep. So in closing, we've had an amazing time today, and I'm grateful to God that I have done this with with Lady EJ, my amazing founder of WEiN, Women Involving Inspiring Nation. Please follow us as well on WEiN if you are not following us already, WEiN Nation. We're just an amazing bunch of women. Is it right to call us a bunch of women? Amazing women, anyway, who want to inspire, the world, doing all the things that we know how to do. We support each other, we lift each other, we celebrate, we cry when you're crying, we lift each other up. So please join us if you are not a part of it yet. Thank you everyone for being here. So in closing, there are 4 support groups that I want to share if you're here in the UK. What I will do is that I will make a note for other part of the country, like Nigeria, for example, and so that I can say, go here, go here. For right now, I only have the UK, so you will forgive me today. Tomorrow, I will make notes for other support groups that are in other part of the world, because I know I have lots of people from all parts of the world here, so forgive me right now. So in the UK, we have Anxiety Alliance as one word. Check them out if you feel that you need help. There's Anxiety UK as well. There is Mind. And there's something else I'll tell you now, I just remembered now. And there's Rethink Mental Illness. So I've just given you four support contact groups that I believe will help you if you are based here in the UK, if you want to speak to someone. On Sunday at 6 p.m., we'll be having two. When I say we, like I said, I'm a member of WEiN. So anytime I say we, you know what I mean. That's why I'm inviting you to join us. We'll be having a special program. I will be putting it in my stories as well. So please come on Sunday at 6 p.m. You will be getting from professionals now. You know, here we're just having chit chat and sharing our personal experience with you. But on Sunday at 6 p.m., you'll be hearing from the professionals who will be talking about anxiety in and out. So thank you, everyone. More people are still joining. You guys are amazing. Sinead says, I really appreciate the support you give me. Thank you. It makes so much difference. Oh, she said, yes, amazing women. That's very kind of you. We take that with gratitude. So, Lady Ejiro, any closing words?
Yes, like you've already mentioned, please join us on Sunday. We're going to be sharing more. Make it a date, 6 p.m. on Sunday evening, to join us with other awesome women as we'll be sharing our experiences and hearing from the professionals. I want to say this, I'm going to drop this here. Now, anxiety is not, don't think something is wrong with you when you feel anxious. Don't beat yourself down. Just get support. Look for somebody you can talk to, you can confide in. You don't have to do it alone. Don't think, oh, why am I feeling like this? Why am I the only one feeling like this? No, don't beat yourself down. It's okay. Every emotion is valid. So if you feel feeling for any reason, talk to somebody. You don't have to do this by yourself. Talk to somebody. And if you do not want to talk to anybody, please check the resources out from NHS for the talking therapists. They are free. It's a free service. Please don't really have to go all this headache alone. And it's not necessary, because they were saying what's anxiety like when you see them. It's not something, it's not written on your forehead, oh, I'm anxious, right? No, it's not.
Yes.
But you don't need to go through it by yourself. Trust me.
Absolutely. That is the message, which is why we are having this conversation. And for the rest of this day of the week, so tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will be coming here live 8 p.m. with a different amazing woman. I will be having us a conversation about anxiety. So I want to, sorry?
I'm telling them to join all the days of the week. I know we ended on Sunday.
Yes. Yes, we do. So please join me again tomorrow at 8 p.m. where I'll be talking about anxiety again from another perspective with another amazing woman. I appreciate everyone for being here. Thank you, Dele. I see you 1-2-1 just sneaking just in time just to hear the goodbyes. But you can catch the replay. I will try my best to put this on YouTube so that it's available for everyone else to watch as well. But please remember that you are important. Remember that you are enough. Remember that who and what you are right now is what you need to be for right here, right now. Your face, your head, your nose, your lifestyle, your strength, your weaknesses, that is what makes you unique. That is what makes you stand out and be the best version of yourself. Trust me, you don't want to be a copy. You want to be an original. So be your authentic self, regardless. You talk too fast, you talk too slow, you smile, you don't smile, whatever. That is what makes you unique. Please stay true to yourself and honestly love yourself. If you can do all of this, trust me, you are one step in winning the battle of, trying to see a therapist or trying to, get medication. That is my closing words. I don't know, Lady Ejiro, any closing words, and then we say bye to everyone. Thank you, honestly, everyone. I thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. You are such a time as this. Love yourself.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Any questions, send me a DM or send a DM to Lady Ejiro. We are happy and willing. We'll share what we know. But like I said, we are not professionals, but we are moms who is passionate about other moms living and enjoying every day. God bless you, everyone, and be anxiety free. Bye. Thank you, Lady Ejiro. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here with me. I don't take it for granted. I love you loads. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye, everyone. Bye.